Toastmasters meeting. Hello guys, I'm Toastmaster Anjali, your SAA. So the theme for today is 126 years of Indian Army. The Indian Army was founded on 1st April 1895. The Indian Army as we know today became operational after the country gained independence from British colonialism. Stranger Lawrence was the father of Indian Army. The Indian Army's HQ is now located in New Delhi and functions under the Chief Army Staff, who is responsible for command, control, and administration as a whole. The primary mission of Indian Army is to ensure national security and national unity, to defend the nation from external aggression and internal threats, and to maintain peace and security within its borders. The reason why we, the citizens of India, are enjoying our lives without worrying about the security is all thanks to the Indian Army protecting our nation at the border, fighting terrorism and illegal immigration, risking their life for us. They are on guard night and day, hail or storm. We salute and respect our Indian Army. Now, before starting the speech, the speaker should follow the rules. Rules. No usage of sex, profanity, religion, and politics. Do not use mobile phones during the meet. Keep the videos on. Refrain from texting anyone in the chat box when a speaker is speaking. And maintain discipline during the meet. Now, I'd like to call upon the secretary.
A very good morning, peoples. My name is Akash Pansali, and I'm the acting secretary of today's Toastmasters meet. Our previous meet was on 11th of this month, which was the second meet. The theme was Bollywood Retro, the golden era of Bollywood. The previous meet made us remember the evergreen movies, songs, rich culture, and lovely actors. Coming to the title holders, the best speaker was Jayaved. Loved every bit of your speech. Best evaluator was Rafa, just a text away to remove us from all the trouble. The improved speaker was Amitabh Banerjee. Can't wait for you to master all the levels. Best listener was Sam Dadia. Got some sharp ears, huh? Best TTM was Adnan Hassan, the best from our class. And last but not the least, I would like to appreciate Prachi, the VP, for motivating us all in every way possible. And I'd like to call upon the President. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Ritik Agarwal. I'll be the acting president for today's meet. So let me brief you up about the theme first. The Indian Army is a land-based branch and the largest component of the Indian Armed Forces. The primary mission of the Indian Army is to ensure national security and national unity, to defend the nation from external aggression and internal threats, and to maintain peace and security within its borders. We respect and salute the Indian Army as they risk their life for fighting for us, for our nation. The Indian Army is mandated to safeguard national interests from external aggression and internal submission. I hereby declare the meet open.
Either I will come back after hoisting the tricolour, or I will come back wrapped in it. But I'll be back for sure. These are few audacious lines said by Captain Vikram Batra. A very good morning to all the Toastmasters. I'm Amrita Banerjee and I'll be the MC for today's meet. Indian Army. When we utter these two words, our heads get down with respect and gratitude to their sacrifice and nobility. From the icy terrain of Himalayas to the scorching heat of desert, they guard us as the family all day and night without complaint. So, therefore, to show our respect to these brave hearts, the theme of our meet is 126 years of Indian Army. The evaluators for today's meet will be Ramya, Refa, Simran, and Vishnu. Now, I would like the general evaluator to take over the stage, please.
Hi guys, so I will be your general evaluator for today. I hope the meet is as brave as all of you look today with the Indian Army theme. I would like the assignees to introduce themselves. Can I have the timer? Timer?
Hi guys,
Who's the timer?
I am the timer. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Okay. Hi, Ritika. Thank you so much. Our counter.
Hi, I'm our counter.
Can you please introduce yourself? Counter,
I think
please
Simran's have.
introduce yourself. Hi, am I audible?
Simran, there's a little bit of lag in the sense that you're audible, but
Alright, can we? Am
it's
I audible
mm,
now?
it still is bad. Um, we'll just wait for 2 minutes while she
Okay, I
comes
will
back.
try to fix the network. Until then, please introduce yourselves. Timer, our counter, and grammarian.
Timer?
Is my network better now?
You're audible now, yes. You're on mute, Simran.
Is my
Okay.
network better now?
Um, try fixing it. I'll just introduce all the assignees by then. Timer, could you please unmute and introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hey guys, I am Rija and I'll be the timer for today's meet.
Our counter.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kashish and I'll be the accountant for today.
Okay. Grammarian.
Good morning, I'm Riddhi and I'm going to be the grammarian.
Riddhi, could you please introduce us to the word of the day?
So the word for the day it is brusque, which means rudely abrupt. And the example for this will be he was brusque and candid, the two traits no one got used to it.
Are all the speakers clear with the word of the day? Can I get a thumbs up? Okay, and the MC? Okay, never mind. Listener?
Hello guys, myself Jigna and I am the listener for the day.
And the MC. MC, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, good morning, everyone. So I'm Amrita Banerjee, and I'll be the MC for today's meet.
On that note, I think Simran's back as well. Over to Simran.
Ramya, is Simran here?
Simran's here, but the thing is she's having a little bit of like network issues. So she's trying to fix that.
Okay, yes, I'm here. Am I audible now?
Simran, you're lagging a little bit. Hello.
Anyways, by the time she fixes her network, she'll be back in like 3-4 minutes. We're really hoping to have a great meet today. We love the theme and everything. So back to the MC.
So before we begin with the meet,
Hello, am I audible?
No,
No.
Simran, unfortunately, you're not. It's lagging and we can't hear you.
MC, you can continue.
yeah. So before we begin with the meet, I would like to repeat the rules that the SAA has already mentioned. The speaker, please note that there should be no use of sex, religion, profanity, and politics in your speeches. And the audience, please keep in mind not to use your mobile phones and refrain from texting anything in the chat box. So now, without any further ado, we'll begin with the first speaker of the day. Our first speaker is someone who believes Beautiful people are not always good, but good people are always beautiful. So here is Toastmaster Smriti, correlation of beauty, Toastmaster Smriti.
Hi guys, my name is Smriti RB, and without dragging it, I just want to hop onto my speech. So my first question is, how many of you all think that there is a direct link between, looking confident, looking good, and being confident? If you do, please give me a thumbs up. Because the main reason is that there is a direct correlation between one's physical look and one's behavior. People who consider themselves more attractive they believe that they belong to a higher social status, and as a result, become more confident. And if the person is confident, there are more chances of them passing the job interview and finding one's dream job. Besides, confident people are usually perceived as more charming. Of course, the concept of beauty keeps changing like anything else, and we are influenced by the society, which is a way dictates the rules of what it's like to be beautiful. From time to time, these rules get broken, and a slightly different approach is applied on the concept beauty. Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? It's very difficult to give it a yes or no. Whether we like it or not, we are impacted by the time frames we happen to be living in, increasingly pressured into looking perfect, as well as looking older or younger than our actual age. Due to clever media marketing strategies, the celebrities and the models that come on our social media page give us the highest of insecurities. I don't understand that how we look from the outside should also be the way we are from the inside. Good things always don't need to look good from the outside, right? For example, now most of my friends have clear skin and I don't have. Sometimes it surely gives me the insecurities and it takes a toll on my confidence. But we should stop letting what others have and we don't have start bothering ourselves and take a toll on our confidence. We should really thank God that we have mornings that it makes it seem like we have new beginnings. Because it's not just a simple XX or a YY. We should not acclimate to a society that is built to discriminate. We should choose and think with our heart and mind. We should be a part of a greater community. Let us love and not divide by hate. Confidence comes from within us, and we are our greatest hype men. The positivity that comes from within us is surrounded with our self positive vibes. Even when we look at someone and think that they're so pretty and handsome because of their black hair, brown eyes, and glowing skin, it's not what we actually think is beautiful. It's what the society has put in us with the society's beauty standards and norms that we think is beautiful. We need to start calling the imperfections in us as pretty things rather than just sticking to what the society tells us to. How we view ourselves, how our worth is our hands. Our self-esteem is lying in our own hands, so we should not let anyone affect it. Because we are not born with a high or a self-low esteem. We inculcate it. How we perceive ourselves is changing over a period of time. And along with how much emphasis you put on looks and appearance depends in your hands. So we need to change the thinking that looking good from the outside means you're also looking good on the inside. So I would like to end my speech by saying that don't let the way others look at you from the outside affect the way you are from the inside. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Smriti, for reminding us that beautiful face does not mean anything without a beautiful heart. So now let's move to our next speaker. So he describes himself as someone who is always late in following trends. So here I call upon Toastmaster Divyansh, icebreaker, Toastmaster Divyansh.
Divyansh, are you here with us?
He's there in the meet.
Can somebody quickly ring up to him or text him?
I'll do that just a second.
Okay. Okay, he's fixing his network. In the meantime, we can go to the next speaker.
Okay. So our next speaker says she is the childlike personality, but bears a mature thinking capacity. Now please welcome Toastmaster Riddhi. Toastmaster Riddhi, now the stage is all yours.
Riddhi, you're on mute.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Bitki, Chutki, Smurf, fun size, reverse giraffe, and the list goes on. Some people think that these degrading comments will just go right over our head, but I'm here to call attention to the fact that yes, I am short. There is this great quote which says, God only lets us grow until we are perfect. Some of us didn't take as long as the others. I know I'm short and I don't need my head to be used as an armrest to prove that fact. Well, by now, I'm sure all of you know here that I'm here to talk about all the things involved in not being so tall. You cannot choose your height. You cannot shrink or grow on command. So all you can do is learn to love the inches you're given, whether there's a lot of them or not so many of them. I wish I were a little taller is a thought I have had since forever. Growing up, people have questioned me about various things. For instance, how are you so short and you manage to be so strong? Strange, huh? I love standing next to you because you know what, Riddhi? You make me feel tall. Isn't that incredible? This sarcasm, this sarcasm just gets me on my nerves. God, the word cute, tiny, as much as it's annoying, it's the mood lifter. These things might sound funny, but these bruised things had a huge impact on me. Well, first, let's talk about the drawbacks. Concert. Concert is just not meant for the shorties. It's like paying for it to go and watch people's back instead of seeing what is actually happening on the other side. On the other side. I mean, that irritation, I just cannot explain it. Hi kid, what's up, Bachi? How are you, kid? Like what? The teasers, it's high time you'll get something new to describe the shorties. Honestly, I used to be so frustrated with my height. However, as I grew up, mentally, I realized the benefits of being short exceeded the drawbacks. I mean, there must be some reason why they say appreciate the small things in life, right? Benefit 1. Do you know who is our best friend? Yes, the shorties will have definitely got to know who is our best friend. Let me tell you for the ones who are wondering. Heels. Heels are our best friends. Wearing them and not towering over anyone is the right we've enjoyed from the start. Also, we do not have to worry about being too tall for the boys. Not having to worry about whether we can wear heels or not while we are on a date with a guy is honestly relieving. Benefit 2. We are always front and center. There is no denying the fact that short people thrive in group photos. In order to be seen, we have to be in the front row, flashing up pearly whites and a short stature like pros. So, few years down the lane, when my kids look at my pictures, then I'll be like, Mummy, yaar, ab kidhar ho, Mummy, kidhar ho, which means, Mom, where are you? Instead, they'll be like, Mom, there you are, right in the front, and bang, one more advantage of being short. The comfort offered, fitting anywhere and everywhere, fitting under the blankets, our feet never falling off the bed, and neither our heads hitting the ceiling definitely keeps us worry free. The shorter you are, the smaller your clothes are. So technically, short people can fit in more clothes in a travel bag and in washing machine with each load, which means less washing and save water. So being short is not only more environmentally, but it's less expensive. Buying clothes from both the sections, the kids section and the adult section, is a gift given to us without asking for it. In problematic situations, it's often easier to accommodate the short one and not the tall one. All of you are wondering how. Let me tell you. It's always easy to hem pants that are too long, but it's not as easy to add fabric to the pants that are short. Weaving in and out of dense crowd and enjoying that ample leg space in plane and in cars, the luxury is only the vertically challenged, or in case the vertically gifted get to enjoy. Did you know the hormone IGF that controls height is also responsible for aging? Most of the short ones have deficiency of IGF, and that's the reason we are short, which suggests that we age slower than the taller counterparts who have excess of IGF. Isn't that so great? I mean, all the girls they don't want to age fast, which means we are lucky. Yes, the shorties are the luckiest. Being a 5 feet tall girl, I am considered as short, but with advantages surpass the disadvantages. Although I wish I were a little taller, I do not let my height bother me and love the person I am no matter what. So, to all of you are listening to me, thin or not so thin, tall or not so tall, light skin or not so light skin, all that matters in the end is your personality, because appearances are just deceptive and all of us know it. While concluding, I would like to thank my mentor Rifa for her constant support and motivation. Thank you.
It was a pleasure listening to you, Toastmaster Riddhi, and thank you for teaching us that how to love ourselves and be strong. So let's move on to our next speaker. Our next speaker is a person who feels like he's walking a tight rope without a circus net. Sounds amazing, right? So here I welcome Toastmaster Mars, Rock Bottom Toastmaster Mars.
Good morning, Section J. So, for those of you who don't know me, I am Mas Syed. And last week I spoke about hopeless romanticism. Cringe topic, I know, but still my views are still the same. I am still a hopeless romantic. But as you might have thought, suggested based off the topic, this is going to be a motivational speech. And no, I'm not here to give you the life is beautiful, you need to move on, that mumbo jumbo, because come on, we've all heard it like a billion 80 times from everyone around us. So here it is, rock bottom. What is it really? Is it when you're sad enough to tear, but you're mad enough to just wallow down in your pain? Or is it when you're hungry enough to Okay, I am so sorry. If I could just please get a minute. Really sorry.
Sure, Mars, you can take a minute. Don't worry.
Yes. So where was I? Rock bottom, right? So it's this bottomless pit where we feel like we keep on falling down and there's no end to it. In the current teens, it's like this problem is thriving where you just feel like no one wants you really, and you just have to step away and everything, and you just are not appreciated by everyone, and the overthinking that comes along with it, it just doesn't help. It just adds on to your problem. See, Eminem once said, life's handing you lemons, make a lemonade then. So it's just better to feel good rather than just be sorry for yourself. There's this famous quote from a favorite antagonist of mine. He said, chaos isn't a pit, chaos is a ladder. Now, see, the antagonist meant other people's chaos, but when you look at it, our chaos is just a pit where you just have to find the ladder. In all the darkness, you just have to find that ladder and climb back up. It's not really something that you need to put yourself down in and just keep on going down and down and down. That doesn't help. See, once I wrote a song, it went like, I'm holding on, even though the road is long. Guess I just gotta keep moving on until my destiny comes along. But you know what? Screw destiny. Destiny is not something that defines you. You make your own destiny. If there is a wall that's blocking you from finding your own destiny, you just break the goddamn thing down. That's what Harvey Specter said. So, moving on, people talk about how if only life gave them a second chance, right? But every single day you wake up is a second chance. Honestly, I have major anxiety issues right now, and I don't feel like moving on. I didn't want to give the speech in the first place, but my mentor pushed me towards this. It's like, God, do first breakups hurt? it's not just that it was the first love or the breakup, but it was that I just feel that no one really wants me anymore. And everywhere I go, every person I talk to just feels like they just want me to go away from there. And God, I promised Rafa I wouldn't do this, but here it is. Oh. Okay, you know what? You see, this is scrunchy, and I haven't taken it off in 2 months and 8 days to be precise. 18 days since we broke up. Why am I still holding on to this? It's not gonna help. I came here with a reason. I came here to give a motivational speech, right? So it starts with me. I take this off and I just throw this away. I can't hold on to that anymore. I came here to give some motivation, so I have to start with that. I have to be the change. I have to show people that I am willing to believe in whatever I said, whatever I wrote down. And I wrote down a motivational speech which just talked about not treating life as a bottom pit where you're just down there and not wanting to get back up. Instead, take life like this. Treating it vertical is the problem here. If you treat it horizontal, it would be better. Take, for example, an airplane. It just flies up and then it goes straight and it goes back down, right? So in life, all the problems you face is just turbulence. Now, the pilot isn't like, okay, I can't face this turbulence and just goes and crashes into the mountain, does he? You just have to go on with that, with those problems, and just treat it like some sort of turbulence and just move on. Wallowing doesn't help. And yeah, as cringy as this is, life really is beautiful. And you have to wake up and see that. Now, no, I'm not gonna go back and sleep after this. I will make a change. I will start now. Starting from this instant, I will do it. And as corny as this is, don't let anyone say you ain't beautiful. And yeah, you can't just pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars just because you could use a wish right now. Instead, you move on and make your own wish come true. That's all from me, Mas Syed, signing off.
That was really great, Mars. I'm sure that everyone knows you by now and loved the energy in your speech. We are always here for you, so don't worry. So now let's move on to our next speaker who describes himself as someone who's always late in following trends. So here I call upon Toastmaster Divyansh, icebreaker, Toastmaster Divyansh.
What if now that I'm up here, I just start using profanity and things I'm not supposed to? Just kidding, guys. My mentor didn't know I was going to use this line. Yes, Refa, I'm referring to you. Well, wait. That's the same disappointed look my mom gives me when the relatives offer me sweets, which were for them. So hey guys, my name is Divyansh and this is my icebreaker. But don't worry guys, I'm not going to stick to the cliche entry line by saying, hey guys, my name is Divyansh and not Devanesh or Divyansh. So I did my kindergarten to 7th in Cambridge. And then my mom decided that I can't have too much fun. So she put me to Orchis, the international school, where there were only 10 people in my entire batch. I put so much effort for this page that I even ironed the shorts that I'm wearing down. So guys, speaking of irony, I was made the discipline minister in my school. But the only person who always ended up getting caught for having disciplinary issues was me. Well, I love playing basketball. So one day I went to my dad. I'm like, Dad, I want to be a basketball player. So he replied by saying, Go be. What do you want to be, beta? Pun intended. By now, well, I have also played state level cricket. By now, you must be wondering why wasn't I the sports minister? Well, it was because, as I told, we had only 10 people in my entire batch. So we did lottery method and picked chits. But I did have a pretty good time at my farewell. Because that was the only time, very first time I got to wear a suit. And icing on the cake, there was no school from next day. Well, after which came college. where I had the utmost fun. I studied in Jain College, Jayanagar. Wait, that just sounded weird. Because this is the first time I'm saying Jain College, Jayanagar. Well, people who have studied there too know how weird that sounded. Because we are used to saying Jain Jayanagar. Now I'll tell you why my college was so fun. Well, it was because of Nama scenes. You guys must be wondering why, what is Nama scenes? It is basically my gang of 10 friends, and we call ourselves Nama scenes. So because Nama means R and scenes means basically the things, the daring things we do. So as the name means R scenes, we basically mimic the teacher, play drums and sing in metro, to asking rickshawalas, Bhaiya, Burj Khalifa chaloge? Which means, brother, will you go to Burj Khalifa with me? Then to them, to being waiter in some random hotel, to them forcing me to join multiple events, to me who has been single all my life, giving them relationship advice. And yeah, they have become an important part of my life. Oh yeah, guys, I we also came up with a startup plan. It's called findyourdad.com, wherein you can book a dad of your own choice with whatever traits you want him to possess for parent-teacher meeting. Well, those 2 years with them were bonkers. Me and my boys also do improv. Improv basically is something where life throws different situations at us. Me and the boys are just smart enough to do improv with it on stage, having fun. The things we have is so good that when we want it to work, it doesn't work. And then when it's least expected, it works. Life plays with our feelings more than girls do. Well, that sounded a little brusque. Now I would like to speak about my parents. Or else I feel something incomplete in my speech, just like my life would be without them. So my dad came from hard beginnings, but he made sure my beginnings weren't hard. In today's time, when you go for a job interview, the HR asks for a 10-year work experience. The irony in my dad's life is he had the 10-year work experience, but he didn't have a job. I know now he has set a benchmark for me so high, and I will put my 100% to live up to at least his expectations. Also, guys, the only person who wants you to succeed more than him is your dad. I would work so hard just to see that man smile. Well, last week when the TTM said, home is where the heart is, the first person that popped into my mind was my mom. Because that's the very first person you give your heart to and who makes home a better place to live. So, in conclusion, all I want to say is I love them. And I know they love me back. Well, a little less than how much they love my sisters. But it's okay. I have to give them that. But after a few years, after they are married, the love would only be for me. Modern problems require modern solutions. Well, lastly, I would like to thank my mentor Refa for bearing all my bad jokes and the delay I've been doing to give my icebreaker. You are the best. Thank you guys. You guys have been a great audience.
Thank you, Toastmaster Divyansh. It really takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. You started from making us laugh and continue to do so in your entire speech.
Started.
If you have courage to begin, you have the courage to succeed. So, with this beautiful quote, now we would start with one of the most awaited session of the meet, that is the table topic session. And I would like to call upon Toastmaster Kesar for the TTM session.
1 second, Toastmaster Amrita. I think we have another speaker, if I'm not wrong, right?
No, actually, that speaker got cancelled on the last moment. We had five,
Okay.
but now we have four for today.
Okay, and you all are supposed to inform us about it, right?
Anyways, continue with the session.
Anyway, no problem. Continue the session. So Vansh is not going to be speaking, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing. You can carry on.
Toastmaster Kesar, please take over.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Amrita. A very good afternoon to all the fellow Toastmasters and the distinguished guests. One of the most exciting parts of the Toastmasters meeting is the table topic session. The main objective is to challenge the members to develop their impromptu communication skill to effective thinking on their feet by answering unrehearsed questions. So today, as your table topic master, I'll be asking questions related to our theme, which is 126 years of the Indian Army, and some not so related to the topic questions as well. Your response must be at least for a minute and cannot be more than 2 minutes. So I would also encourage you to use the word of the day. And as well as keep in mind the golden rules of the Toastmasters. That is, then there should be no use of sex, religion, politics, and profanity during your speech. So let's get started. Who wants to go first? You can either put your name in the chat box or you can raise your hands. Yeah. Anyone wants to volunteer?
Guys, as you all are volunteering, try and use the virtual background that's been provided. If you can't switch on your videos, kindly make it your profile picture at least, because the Friday mentions is still on and we're still competing with all the other classes. So keep doing that. But go ahead and volunteer now.
I guess no one's up, so I'll just choose people randomly. Jigna, you there?
Can the assignees take part?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were on sign.
It's okay.
Ayush Marlucha. Should I? Okay, he left the meet. Neerav Jain. You there? Meena Lam Jain. Okay. Sameer Chaudhary. Guys, come on. At least unmute yourself. Okay. Mohit Jain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mohit, are you willing to take part?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. According to you, what makes someone a hero, basically? According to you. You have 30 seconds to think. Let me know when you're ready. Until then, let's search for someone else. Vaibhav Jain. Vaibhav, you there?
Wait 1 second. What happened? Why are you going to another person?
He's thinking, so I was like, until then, if there is someone else, I could just give out the topic.
No, you can't. You can't do that. You need to finish one person and then go to the next person.
Am I audible?
Okay.
Ramya?
Yeah, now you are. Hi, Simran.
Okay, I just want to say that the TTM master has a role of authority. So you guys cannot just not respond to her. If she's taking someone's name and you do not unmute, we will remove you from the meeting. All right? So whoever she chooses has to speak. If you do not volunteer, whoever she picks will speak. If not, we will remove you. All right, Ramya. If the name. All right. Yes, you can go ahead.
Got it.
Mohit, you ready?
Mohit, are you here?
You have to wait. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Is Mohit in the meeting?
Yeah, he's there, but he's not audible.
Am I audible now?
All right. Yes, you are.
Can you repeat the topic?
According to you, what makes someone a hero?
Their own eyes or life.
You should speak at least for a minute, anything.
No. I'm just asking you. I'm not clear with the question.
According to you, what makes someone a hero? Like,
For
just
ourselves.
basically what? Yeah, according to you, what exactly is a hero?
Okay, so according to me, a hero is that when you see someone, when a role model for you is the hero for yourself. If you see someone, if you want to become someone and you see someone at that point in the higher level, like if you want to become a Superman and you see a Superman, so that is a hero for you. And for me, if I want to become a great investor or a big businessman, I can see my father as my hero, or Warren Buffett, who is the biggest investor and the greatest investor of all time. So he becomes my hero. Basically, are role models. So I love basketball. So for me, LeBron James can be my hero, or anyone of that sort, like Stephen Curry. So basically, what we want to become and what we see ourselves in the next 5 to 10 years or in the future, and we see the same characteristics in some other person who has already reached that level. He becomes our hero, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mohit. That was nice. Okay, moving on. Deepthi, you there? Deepthi?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, Deepthi. So the topic to you is a moment that you were proud of being an Indian. I repeat, a moment that you were proud of being an Indian. You have 30 seconds to think. Let me know when you're ready.
Can I have another topic?
Okay.
Is that fine?
Yeah, fine. Just let me see. Um, if we learn from our mistakes, why are we always so afraid to make mistakes? I repeat, if we learn from our mistakes, why are we always so afraid to make a mistake? Is this topic fine?
Yeah.
Okay. You have 30 seconds to think.
Okay, can I talk? Can I start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I think people are really scared of making mistakes, because if you make one mistake, people are going to judge you, and that impression is going to stay with them for rest of their life. Whatever like good things you do, whatever, how much ever you try to improve yourself, an impression which is bad will always stay bad. Like even how much ever you try to improve, how much ever you try to help them again, once you do something bad will always stay bad. That's what. Is that fine?
Thank you so much, Deepthi.
You're welcome.
Moving on. Next, Chirag K, you there? Chirag K.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Chirag. Okay. So the topic I would like to give you is If happiness was the national currency, what kind of work would make you rich? For you, if
Can you
happiness was
repeat
the
it?
national currency, what kind of work would make you rich?
I get
Do
my
you want me
30
to
seconds.
repeat it again?
No, no, I got it.
Yeah,
Chirag, I think your 30 seconds are up. You can talk.
Can I start?
yeah, you can go ahead.
So my topic is if happiness is the national currency, what work I would do. So basically, I would do a work which would bring peace and which would bring peace among the people, and try to spread love and maintain a balance where everyone could respect each other, and that's probably that work I would do. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mohammed.
Deep
Yeah.
has volunteered.
Deep, Deep wants to go ahead. Deep, can you unmute yourself?
A very good morning, judges.
Good morning, Deep. Your topic would be, can there be peace without war? According to you, can there be peace without war?
Well, according to me, there can be peace without war. Uh, for example, there can be peace. Well, all we need is peace. Like all the humans, we all need peace. Even the disputes going on in the international borders, I guess if we settle this down with peace, there would be peace and harmony. We don't require war and stuff. So apparently, having war would have losses to lives as well, and a war leads to many, many conflicts. So why not do it with peace rather than war? That's what I feel.
That's a nice thought, Deep. Thank you so much. Um, for the last topic, can we have Yashvi? Can you unmute yourself? Yashvi? Shahana? Shahana?
Wait, you called Yashvi before this, right? Is she
Yeah, I
not?
called Yashvi before. No, she's not replying.
Ramya, if she's not responding, remove her.
Wait, Yashvi or Yashi?
No, I said Yashvi.
Simran, I think you will have to remove her because I'm not the host.
I'm the host, is it?
Yeah.
1 second.
Shahana, you are not able to unmute.
Yashvi texted in the chat box saying that she's not there, and if you could excuse her for today.
What is she? 1 second. I'm here, but I'm unwell today. You can excuse me for today. Okay, we will excuse you for today, but guys, this is seriously not done. From next week onwards, if your videos are not on, if you do not respond to us or the TTM master, you will be removed from the meeting. Seriously. Okay, I'm not kidding. Who is this? Can I go again? Deep? No, you will go next week. You can probably give your name for a speech now. We would like you to hear. We would like to hear you more than just 2 minutes. So probably give a speech. Okay, you can choose one more person.
Is it okay for the mentors to go? Like any of the mentors?
Yes, Ramya, Lifa, do
Yeah,
any of you want to
I'll
go?
go. I'll go.
Go. Okay. One job which you would never take, no matter how much you are paid.
Can
A
I
job
get
you would
specific?
never take. Yeah.
All right. So this is gonna sound very out of context and not something that is possible. But if somebody asks me that I'll have to stay awake and not like, eat food, but they'll pay me a lot, as in they'll pay me crores of money and they tell me, but you're not supposed to eat, I don't think I'm gonna take it up. Not even in my dreams, okay? Because I can quit any job on earth for simply sleeping or eating. So that's not happening any day. Okay, you pay me a crore or you keep a burger in front of me, I think I will take a burger and then I'll think about the crore later. But yeah, burger first and sleep first. So definitely any day. That's the one thing that I can't quit: sleeping and eating for any amount of money. That's it, guys. Now you can.
Thank you so much, Rita. That was for the TTM session. Over to the MC.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kesar. The topics given by you was so amazing, and I was bound to think on every topic given by you. So, without any further delay, now I would request Toastmaster Jigna to take over for the listening session.
Thank you. So, very good morning to one and all present here. Myself, Jigna, and I'll be conducting the listening session for the day. So, before starting off, there are a few rules to be followed. They are: I'll be asking 3 questions based on the speeches given by the speakers. No one is allowed to unmute themselves. If you know the answer, put it in the chat box. The ones who answer the first 2 questions, the third question is only between those two of them, and from that, we get our listener of the day. So, starting off. According to Riddhi, short people's best friend is? Yes, Kesar, you're right. Second question, who was Divyansh referring to? Who was Divyansh referring to? Yes, no, the speakers are not allowed to answer. Yes, Deep, you're right. So the third question is only between Kesar and Deep. I would like to ask the mentors that are the assignees allowed to take part?
Yes, yes, they can.
Okay, so Kesar and Deep, only you two are supposed to answer my third question. Divyansh loves to play which sport? Yes, Deep, you're right. So our listener of the day is Deep. Thank you.
That was really great. Good job, Toastmaster Deep. Now I would request the general evaluator to take over, please.
Little bit of network issues. Let's wait.
Okay, hi guys. I hope my fine. Am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Simran, you're audible. Yes.
All right. I'm so sorry for all the confusion for the network issues. College has very, very bad network.
Simran, just do one thing. Just stay off video just for this session because you're not
Unfortunately in
audible
college
at all.
today, so I'm really sorry for all that. But nevertheless, I hope I'm a little audible now. It's still bad. Still bad.
Very
Simran,
bad.
can you stay
Now
off?
is it better?
Try again. Say hello.
No, I can't hear you.
Hello. Okay, you guys start the evaluation session. I will look for another place so that I can get better network. All right.
Okay, cool. Rifa.
All right. So, hi guys, amazing meet. Okay, but then I do want you all to keep your videos on because this is not fair, right? I can see so many of your videos which is off. So please switch on your videos. It's such a nice day and it's such a nice theme. We're giving respect to Indian Army. I obviously expect you all to give respect by switching your videos on, right? Anyway, I'm just gonna straight away jump into my personal evaluations now. So can I please have Toastmaster Smriti unmute herself? I'm so sorry, I'm actually traveling. That's all right, Deep, but when you're back, please make sure that you switch on your video, okay? Because you're not gonna travel all your life. All right, whoever is next, can the person unmute himself, whoever's next that was? Okay, hi, Toastmaster Smriti, are you here? Hi, can you hear me? Am I audible? Okay, where are you?
The thing is, when she's unmuting, then your voice is echoing. That's why she's on mute. She's able to hear you. She's reacting. She's on video.
Is my voice echoing? Is it fine now?
When she turned on, like when she went, like when she unmuted, then it started echoing. That's why she muted herself. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, cool, cool. Okay, so yeah, Ramya, can you mute yourself if you don't mind? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So I hope, Smriti, I'm audible. So I'm going to jump into my evaluation now. Firstly, is your topic selection. Okay, it's very beautiful. Starting off, why is because you didn't choose a mainstream topic like love myself and then completely talk about how to love yourself or why people do not love themselves or where it comes from, but rather you spoke about self love, self confidence, and self belief all together in one topic. So I really liked the way you presented the topic, the context, okay, and the way it was articulated was on point. So good work with the topic selection. Second is again, it had so much to give. Yeah, like the takeaway factor was so much, it was splendid. So it went on and on and on, and I was so motivated after your speech because you had so much to give us. So good work with that as well. Amazing. Now, something that I want to talk about your delivery is that is Smriti here? I honestly cannot see her at all. I'm
She's
sorry.
here. She's here.
God. Okay, yeah, cool, amazing. So now talking about your delivery, you have a very conversational tone. Okay, so the moment you start talking, it's like you're having a conversation with someone because you're like, "Hi guys, okay, so I'm here to talk about self love and how people do not get jobs just based on their looks and all of that." So you're very chilled with that. Okay, you have a very nice conversational tone. That is something that is unique about you. So great work with that. Also, last thing that I would like to appreciate you, I mean, there is a lot to appreciate about your speech too, but for now is that you had incredible usage of hand gestures. I saw that you were naturally using hand gestures, okay? And I think I can relate to you on that because I can like in my sleep also, I can use my hand gestures and talk. Like someone's like, hi, Rifa, I'm like, hey, what's up? Okay. So I get that, okay? So you were naturally using your hand gestures throughout the speech. So incredible work with that. Now, few things that I do recommend to you that could, make you better as a speaker is that first, go really very slow, okay? I'm going to be very straight up honest here. I'm this person who talks here very fast. So during this speech, I also run. I'm just straight up telling that. But I keep on practicing so that I can go slow. So what I recommend you is that you go in front of the mirror or take out your phone and keep reading your speech as much as slowly as you can. Okay, like when you said, how many of you all think that there is a link between being confident and looking good? Give me a thumbs up if you think so. These are two different statements, right? So there you could go much slower. Pause, okay? Finish a sentence, pause, and then tell the next sentence. That's all right, because you have lovely content and we want to hear you, right? But for that, I want you to go very slow. Now, even towards the middle part of the speech, we're talking about social status, we're talking about confidence, we're talking about physical appearances can be deceiving. It's so much more. It's so much of information, right? But I want you to really work on your pauses, know where you have to go slow, know where you have to be firm, know where you have to go fast. Okay, that's the one suggestion. Another small suggestion is that don't have a similar tone throughout your speech. Okay, try having voice modulations. Like for instance, when you said the last thing, when you said the last thing that let's be united by love and not divide by hate. It's such a beautiful line, right? You could say it. You could say it like this: let's be united by love and not be divided by hate. Like that, okay? So try inculcating your voice modulations. But apart from that, I love listening to your speech. I think you gave a speech on a very nice topic, very light topic, and you did incredible. So congratulations, Smriti, on completing your L1P 2.1. I would love to hear more from you, okay? Yes, and don't unmute yourself. Don't you dare unmute yourself. I get it. It's fine. I get it. I get it.
Okay, on
Okay,
that
can I
note,
please have Toastmaster Ramya?
Ramya,
Uh, Simran, once Ramya is done, can you
maybe
try?
then, yeah, you have, I think you have another like 10 minutes to fix that. So, yeah. Okay,
Yes.
so without discussing a lot about the meet today, I will dive right into my personal evaluations. Today, I will personally be evaluating Divyansh, Maz, and Rithi. Starting off with Divyansh. So, Divyansh, can you please unmute yourself?
Hi.
Hi, Divyansh. How are you feeling?
All good.
So, this was your icebreaker. Am I right?
Yep.
And I really want to know what took you so long to give this speech. I really want to know.
Yeah. So first time I actually like I didn't get along well. I used to never unmute. I used to never do anything what I used to do. So it was like yeah, second sem, it was nice and rap also helped me a lot.
Okay, so credits to Rifa. But man, you're such an exuberant speaker. Like, it's amazing. I just thoroughly enjoyed your entire speech today. You're such a natural speaker, and it comes naturally to you to make it sound so simple. Like, today, you spoke so much about yourself, but it was all very like light and very chill. So you made sure, although this was entirely about you, you made the content very relatable to the audience. Having said that, I will divide my evaluation into content and delivery today. So like I said, with respect to your content, you had so much going on for us, especially the entire part where you were talking about Jane College. I'm pretty sure it's very close to you because you just spoke volumes about college and what you did in that college. And I'm pretty sure if students here are from that college, then they will relate. And bro, Nama scenes, I think, must have been such a mood for you all because the way you were explaining it, for me, although I was not a part of that college, I could still relate and be like, oh my God, yeah, what? So brilliant job done with respect to how you made it connect to the audience. So well done with that. Second thing that I really liked about your speech is that you had perfect information given about yourself. You spoke about your school, you spoke about college, you spoke about parents, and you had very subtle sense of humor when you spoke about all these three elements, especially when you were talking about how your parents love your sisters more than they love you. But you again came back, how you will receive all that love back once your sisters are married. Things like that really crack the audience up a little bit, and it gives, a light tone to your speech. So I really like the entire framing of your content today. With respect to your delivery, you have a very confident personality. You're so composed. I didn't feel like you were nervous at all. And you just came and you started. And the moment you started, all of us were listening, which brings me to my next point, which is you are absolutely loud. Like you were so audible throughout. There was not one place where I was like, huh, what did he say? Although this is happening online and you're sitting far away from the screen, things could go wrong when you try to, change your voice modulation and things like that. And you had a little bit of tone going up and down wherever required, but you maintained that volume. And that is a very, very strong point for a good speaker. And honestly, I can't wait to be listening to your coming speeches because I'm so sure you'll do so well in all of them. And having said that, I know that there are like places where you can improve and take your speech from like a good level to a great level. And that would be your pace. Okay. Like I said, you had so much content to offer to us today, but it just felt like you were rushing in between. So make sure that you have the same rhythm throughout your speech because you started at a good pace. So we were able to grasp everything. But once that Jane College got over, you started rushing. So by the time we could catch the emotion of a particular context in your speech, you were on to the next one. So what I would suggest for you to do is repeat and practice your speech over and over again. And while doing so, record yourself and then go back and listen to it. You'll realize that parts of your speech were slow, parts of your speech were fast, and maybe then you could improve on that. Okay? Is it making sense? Am I making sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
More than my
So
speech did.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, so congratulations on completing your icebreaker. And like I said, I can't wait for you to give more speeches. I will give your evaluation sheet after the meet. Okay.
Am
Next.
I audible now?
Yes, you are audible. Will you go after me? I have.
No, I'll just finish it. If the network goes, I don't know where I'll find a place where I will get network.
Fair enough.
So
Fair
I'll
enough. Go
finish
ahead.
and then
Go
you finish your evaluation. All right.
Cool.
Finally, I found a place where there is network. I'm sitting like I don't know where in one corner, but okay. I will start my evaluation. Today's meet, you could not see me, but I was there throughout the meet. I enjoyed it thoroughly. From the theme till the entire session was very, very good today. I am really happy with the number of speakers as well, but we could do much better than this. I think we can have 7 speakers. We are having a good number of speakers right now, but we can do much better than this, right? So make sure that you are more participative from the next meet onwards. And with the videos, we are told to be much more strict than we were in the previous meets. So we have the authority to just remove you from the meeting. So just please, for God's sake, keep your videos on from next meet onwards. Right, so let me just jump into my evaluation. First, president, acting president.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hello, yes, hi Ritik. Can you please switch on your video?
I won't be able to. I have really pathetic network issues today.
All right, I will excuse you for today, but make sure that you sit in a place where there is good network because I myself have been struggling, so I can understand. All right,
Yes.
you did a great job. I know you introduced the theme really well and all of that. You did Siam's role. You did justice to an acting president. So good job done on that. And thank you so much for taking up the post.
Thank
Next,
you.
can I have the secretary?
Hoi.
Acting secretary.
Yeah, and am I audible?
Yes. Hi. You did a great job. You took the details from the secretary, made sure that it was conveyed to the class and in a proper manner. You are not the secretary, but you still made sure that you do the role that a secretary has to do perfectly. So good job done. Thank you so much for taking up the post. Next, can I have the SAA?
Thank you. Wait.
SAA?
Hi.
Hi, Anshul. You are one of the most cutest persons. I love watching you speak. I love watching you address the audience and taking over the meet. You have a very, very wonderful vibe. And I have to compliment your glasses. I love them. They look really good on you. So I absolutely love the way you take over the stage. I really want you to give more speeches. I want you to work on your communication skills because I see immense potential in you. So make sure that you give enough speeches, all right? And as the job of an essay, I think you're doing a brilliant job with the theme and the virtual background and everything that you have to do. I think you've done a great job so far, and I'm super proud of you. And thank you so much for taking up the post. All right. Next, can I have the tag team? Timer, our counter, grammarian. All the three of you, please unmute together. Can I have a hi from the three of you? Am I
Yes,
audible?
hello. Yes, you're audible. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. All right, timer, our counter, grammarian. As you all know, the meet cannot function without the three of you. So you guys have done a great job. You've been the most patient amongst all of us, whether there is network issues or whatever. You are the people who has to be the most patient, and you still took down the time and the accounts, and the grammarian definitely did teach us a new word and improved our vocabulary for the day. So good job done. Thank you so much, three of you. And good job, best speaker Deep. Also, one more thing, guys, please do not spam the chat box when someone is evaluating. It's really, really distracting. And the thing is, the evaluation is not only for the speaker, it is for the entire class. So make sure that you pay attention to the evaluator. We are here to teach you something. Make sure that you learn enough. All right. Next, can I have the TTM master? No problem, Deep. Make sure that you keep that in mind from next time. TTM.
Okay, sir, unmute yourself.
Hi.
TTM. Hi. Okay. I think you did a wonderful job. I'm so sure everybody will agree with me that you gave amazing topics. A few of them, I just felt like, I think I should have volunteered for that. So that is that one sense that makes us all feel that we want to participate. I know it's a little disappointing when the audience does not respond, but I think you made up for that by giving us interesting topics. So the ones who didn't participate, it's a loss for them. And you did a great job. I love the way you started. You gave out the rules. You were stern enough, and everything you did was right. But make sure that you have the authority in place. If people are not responding, you have the authority to tell them that I will remove you from the meeting, or I am the TTM master. You are supposed to respond and all of that. So make sure that you have the right authority in place. All right. And good job done. Please keep giving more speeches and taking up the post. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next, can I have the listener?
Hello.
Hi, I think you did a wonderful job with the authority. You made sure that there was no chaos, nobody was answering out of turn, and you had proper a number of questions, and the session went on really, really smoothly. So good job done on that, and I think you did a wonderful job. Thank you so much. I think I have covered everybody now. And the meet was wonderful today. I hope we have a few more meets left. So all the ones who are waiting for giving speeches, that I'll give it next week or I'll give it next semester or whatever, let me remind you that the selections for the Mentor Council are really, really close. If you have your eye on that, if you want to be on the council, if you want to be a person who can make a difference in someone's life, then you have to earn it, right? Make sure that you are in a position enough so that you can teach someone else. You have to give enough speeches. You have to learn enough before you teach someone else, right? So give more speeches. We can have 7 speakers every meet considering the strength of your class. So try to be more participative. I know online is hard, but this is all we have, and the time is running. If you keep waiting for things to come to you, it will never come. You have to grab the opportunity. All right, I don't want to give more speeches, but I hope you guys got the message, and we will have 7 speakers next week. All right, can I get like one little assurity from you guys that we will have 7 speakers? A thumbs up, a heart, a celebration, any emotion, or if anybody wants to talk, I'm okay with that as well. Yes, thank you so much for the ones who did, and for the ones who don't, wake up. All right, thank you so much, Ramya. I think you can take over now.
Thank you, Simran. Now I will personally be evaluating Riddhi. Riddhi, can you please unmute yourself?
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Riddhi. Yes, you are such an affable speaker. I swear, the moment you started talking about, short people, I'm like, relatable content. And throughout your speech, you were smiling. And that is such a nice thing about you. Man, you're so pretty, first of all. And second of all, you were so close to the screen. You were looking straight into the screen to all of us. So there was not one point where if somebody was looking at you, they would be like, okay, I need to look somewhere else. Like you were just to, and your voice is genuinely very, very attention grabbing. Okay, because I realized the second you started until you finished, there was not one point where I was like, okay, can I do something else? Can I drink water? I didn't do anything but listen to you throughout. So voice is your asset. Make good use of it. And I'm so proud that you have given your second speech today. With respect to your content, you were descriptive. You had anecdotes going around. You had take back value. It was well structured. It was a well written content. I can't emphasize on how well you have written the speech. And it was very evident that you've practiced this speech really, really well. Because for you to give us so much content in a span of like 5 to 7 minutes, brilliant job done. And like keep the spirit up, keep practicing your speeches, and you'll really be such a good speaker. And one more thing that I noticed was how well you brought in humor in your speech. In between those anecdotes, little dialogues of humor you brought in, that kind of eased up the audience as well. Because sometimes the thing is, when you're giving out anecdotes, maybe it's not very relatable, but the dialogues that you give out along with that makes it relatable. And you had Hindi dialogues going on, but you remember to translate it into English, which is a very like that genuinely makes me give you a brownie point today. Because a lot of times as speakers we forget to translate. And keeping in mind the diverse audience that we have today in class, I think you did a good job by translating all the Hindi parts to English for them as well. Now, coming to your delivery, you were loud, you were audible, you were confident, you were consistently loud and smiling throughout your speech. And I'm pretty sure you're feeling nice after giving this speech because it's again evident when I look at you now. So, great job on the speech. Okay. Okay, it's too many compliments at once for you to take. But having said that, there are areas that you could improve on. One thing that I noticed was since you had so much going on, I just felt like you were going fast in places. Like, especially when you were talking about the informative bit about IGF, I thought you could have given us more information, but gone slow. The thing is, a lot of people don't know about IGF. And when you are, concentrating on that bit where you're kind of educating the audience, then I would suggest for you to go a little more deeper into that part and go a little more slower because by the time I could register what IGF was and what it does, you are on to the next one. Okay. So that's where pace of your speech comes into picture. Wherever necessary, slow down, take a pause, and then breathe. Because I felt like from the beginning till the end, it was like at one breath you were trying to like fit in everything. That will also cause you to, feel exhausted by the end of your speech. Okay. So try to keep your pace a little more slower and pause wherever required. That way, it'll help you rejuvenate energy in between your speech. It'll also give the audience a chance to grasp what you're trying to tell. Okay. And then you'll have like constant attention of the audience. Otherwise, sometimes what happens is if you're too fast, although your content is really, really good, like A1 content, you're giving a lot of like back to back dialogues and things like that, the audience will tend to lose interest after like 3 or 4 minutes because they're not able to really connect to what you're saying because of the pace. Okay. So that is one area of improvement that I'm giving you today that I want you to really work on for your next speech. But apart from that, well written, well executed, and well practiced speech. Good job, Riddhi. I will give your evaluation sheet after the meet. Now, can I have Maz unmute himself, please?
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Hi, Maz. So this was your third speech, and man, this was such a diverse speech. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly you went through during this speech because I'm pretty sure you had like a moment of, oh my God, what am I talking now kind of phase in between. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but having said that, I would like to tell you that today's topic was something that a lot of speakers wouldn't have chosen, and you did take up a topic that is emotional, that is hard to talk about, but you wanted to do it, and I think I will give you 10 on 10 for the choice of your topic today. You were courageous enough to take up this topic, something like rock bottom, something about failures, something about how things are not going good is usually something that we all like tend to just brush off and put it to the side because we're not comfortable talking about it, but you wanted to talk about it, and I really want you to know that I appreciate that. Second is how you had a song in between, like that is a very very nice thing. It's a different way of, I don't know, adding content to your speech, and that makes your speech different from a very generic speech. And a topic like this could get monotonous, but usage of songs, the usage of presentations, stuff like that makes it a little more, I would say, appealing for the audience as well. Having said that, Maz, and this is for the entire class, when you have a speech written and mentored, try and stick to the content of your speech. Because as mentors, we would have mentored you based on what you sent to us, and we would have spent time with you as well. And if you go onto a stage, and I'm not saying you need to like have 100 upon 100 whatever you've written in that speech, but try to stick to the content of your speech. Because the moment you go off track, the evaluator does not know what you've written on the speech, but the mentor does. And the mentor suddenly is like, oh, I don't know what he's talking about. I've not mentored this. And if you end up saying something that you're not supposed to say, then it the mentor is also held responsible for it. So kindly avoid doing that. When you have a topic, when you've written about a certain subject, then kindly stick to that subject while talking. If you forget, it's okay. You can take a minute, go back, come again. You can come after one speaker. You can also take like 5 minutes, come in the end. But do not try to I would say add content on spot when you're sure that it's not related to what you're supposed to be talking. Sometimes we encourage you to talk about personal instances, about giving out personal anecdotes in your speeches, but the moment it becomes uncomfortable for the audience, or the moment it becomes too emotional for the audience to handle, then as a speaker somewhere you'll also fail. Like it's just one thing that I'm putting out to the audience today. Have personal anecdotes, talk about your hardships, because this is a very safe space. You can talk about anything, and when we say anything we mean it. But also keep in mind the rules of Toastmasters. This is a this is a professional platform, and even though you talk about something personal, make sure that you're not putting the audience in a very, I would say, too much of an emotional spot where they tend to feel like they don't know how to react to you, because it's something that you have gone through. And please don't make it hard for the audience to react to your speeches. Okay. So, Mars, today you had a moment of breakdown during the speech, and despite it, you completed your speech. And like I said, huge respect for that. You went back in between, you came again, you were going through a lot during the speech. But having said that, this is again for the entire class. If at any given point you're going through something and you're not comfortable giving a speech, do not give it. Okay. As mentors, yes, we push you to give more speeches, but we are also human, and we'll understand if you tell us that you're going through something and you're not comfortable giving a speech. Okay. Don't push yourselves to that limit where you end up messing it up so bad on stage, because something like this can like totally demotivate you for your upcoming speeches as well. You might feel like you might just do this all over again. So avoid doing such things. Honestly, mental health is very much relevant, and kindly see to it that you are in a position to give speeches when you give your speeches. Okay, this is something very serious, and I'm not kidding when I say if you do not want to give a speech, talk to your mentor, back out. If you're really going through something, don't give this speech. Okay, and we'll understand. All right. Having said that, Maz, I really want you to come back and give this speech again, because I felt like the main essence of this speech was lost. Okay. because you had a breakdown and you couldn't convey what was supposed to be conveyed. And I'm pretty sure you had a strong message to give all of us today, because you were talking about destiny, you were talking about rock bottom, you were talking about the hardships and that darkness that we all live through sometimes in our lives. And those phases really help us learn a lot of things. And I'm not telling this to demotivate you, but I really want you to give this speech again, okay? Can I hear a yes
Uh-huh.
from you?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so all I would say is today you took the risk of giving this speech, and I respect and I appreciate that you came forward. But please keep in mind to do a good job next time you come, because you have a very strong subject to talk about, okay? And that will be all for my personal evaluation today.
Okay, I have one thing to address. Deep, are you here? Deep?
Second, before that, can I say something?
Is Deep here in the meeting? Can one of you check?
Yeah, he's there in the meet. He left now.
No, he left.
Yeah, guys, don't you know who your classmates are? Deep is not a part of your class. Guys, this is your class. You've been in it for more than a month now, right? And it is towards the end of the meet that we do not know your class, right? We come once a week, but you guys are together have been together for more than a month right now, and none of you thought that it was important to mention that he's not a part of your class. This is definitely not done. We might be your seniors, but we are here to do some serious business, right? We are in a professional platform. We are super chill with you guys when we have to be, but nobody can just enter like this, attend the meet and go away. It's not done, okay? This kind of behavior is not going to be tolerated, and none of us are going to be cool with it. We are chill with you guys because we are your seniors. We understand that, sometimes it's fine. We have fun with you guys. You come, you chill with us in college. All of that is done. But when it is work, when it is business, it is business. We do not want any kind of misbehavior going on over here. We're okay with small things here and there because that's okay. We ourselves have been are students, so we understand that. But nobody can just enter the class, speak out of turn. It is your class. This is your session. We are here to teach you. Every class has been given a mentor. They have to attend that class. Just because it is online, you do not have the liberty to just go and attend any session that you like. The next time something like this happens, it is a request to anybody who observes that to bring it to our notice. It's not just fun to keep quiet and watch things like this happen, all right? So I'm glad that somebody did tell us towards the end of the meet at least, but make sure that nobody just enters your class like this. It's not okay. All right? Am I clear?
So the listener of the day.
One question. Yeah.
So what about the
The
listener of
listener
the day?
cannot be Deep because he's not a part of this class. And who was the other person who took part with Deep?
Kesar.
Yeah, so Kesar will be the listener for the day. And for everybody, please, can I have a thumbs up if you got what I was trying to say, and that this is not going to ever happen again. Right. Thank you so much. Yes, you can announce the results now.
Also, when there are changes of speakers, kindly make sure that you put it on the OB's group as well. Like, we understand you might have told one of the mentors, but it's important that all of us know. So this is just a small thing. Like, whatever information is like last minute changes and stuff like that, kindly put it on relevant groups, okay? So we don't miss out on it.
Okay, guys, the voting link's been sent, so please go and vote right now. And while you all do that, I just have something to say. So it was an amazing meet. Okay, I think all these speakers were amazing, and all the speeches were so unique and so nice. It was good to hear. And this is just for everybody, okay, and this is also for Mars. So Mars is an amazing writer. Okay, his content is next level. Mars, if you're listening to me, I want you to know that your content has always been A1, and I truly love it. Okay, and this is to the audience and to my other mentors as well, that he's gonna come back with a bang and kill it, and so with all the other speakers. So my thing being is that please come up here and give speeches. Okay, don't demotivate yourself. Don't feel that you cannot be good, you cannot do good. Do not get all those thoughts, okay? Because everyone's learning, right? It's a one and all process. So please come up here, keep giving speeches, and everyone's so unique and beautiful in their own ways, right? So don't shy away from coming and killing it. Okay? Yeah, that's all. That is all I wanted to say.
Now, like always, I'll have to say, give your votes, otherwise no attendance. Please vote. You're all 50 people in class.
Yeah, guys. I mean, go and vote.
Also, to whosoever is making the forms for this class, please make sure that you wait until all the evaluations are over, because sometimes you aren't supposed to add few people onto the forms. Okay.
How many responses have you got so far?
19.
What is the strength of the class? I think 50 participants and only 19 responses. Brilliant.
But tell us, like, is there any expectation that the class is holding from us as mentors? Like, we
Yes,
don't
are we
mind.
doing
Like,
something
yeah,
wrong? Or are we not doing enough? Or you guys are okay
want
with
us
it
to
and
do-
you're just taking time to open up? Anybody
Well,
wants to say anything?
You guys
yeah,
want to talk?
now don't say free attendance. On that we can't give. But apart from that, if there's anything else we can do, so we can have you all on video. Because the thing is, we don't really know when we'll get to see you offline, and then you'll come offline, you'll be like, oh, you were our mentor, but we wouldn't recognize you, right? So
Yeah.
that's why.
It's true. Because it's like, oh my God, do I know you? Do you know me? Right? Because we're like a family. Go and talk. You can talk to us any day, anytime. Right now, for that matter.
But quickly, what is we're pretty sure we've taken up time from your break as well now. But that's only
Okay,
because
how
you
many
guys don't talk and
do you
volunteer.
have? I think they have their break now. We do not want to.
35 responses.
I think that's fine. Now you can announce the results.
One minute.
Anchal, can you announce the results?
Can you give me 2 minutes? Okay.
Yeah, you can go ahead and announce.
Yeah. So the best speaker of today's meet is Smriti.
The best evaluator for today is Rifa.
And the best improved speaker is also Smriti.
The best TTM master for today is also Rifa.
Okay, is the most improved speaker and best speaker the same?
Yes.
Okay, make sure that you give a chance for 2 different people to get mentions and vote accordingly, all right? But no problem, this meet, it's fine. And please give in your names to Sayam And we will see you next meet. Hope we have 7 speakers. Hope we've tried to motivate you enough. And if it hasn't been enough, you guys can call us or text us anytime you like, and we have all the motivation required to push you to speak, all right? So see you, bye-bye, have your break.
So
And
just
sorry.
one last thing before we leave. Guys, when you sort of, come to us and text us, make sure that you're active with us, okay? The thing is, you'll send a hi and you'll be like, hi, bro, I want to give a speech. And then after that, you're gone. What do we make out of that? And then you send your speech but never come back. So we are also confused whether or not you want to talk, whether or not we should let you talk. And try to understand that there's a reason why we say Sunday is the deadline, okay? Because the point is, we need that much time to mentor you so you give a good speech. You can't come up on Tuesday and be like, I'm so sorry, I had prior commitments and that's why I couldn't send you a speech. If you do have commitments, don't commit to giving a speech on Thursdays, okay? Because it's very important that we follow certain rules. However casual and chill this is a professional setup, okay? And we will not encourage. In fact, it's not allowed. We can be strict if we want to be with you all. We can be like, if you do not send it by Sunday, then we won't let you talk for the next 2 weeks as well. But we're not doing that. So try not to take advantage of the leverage that we've given you with respect to sending your speeches or with respect to, the time constraints. When we say Sunday, it means Sunday. And when we say we want you to do well, it means we want you to do well. Okay. So that's about it. I will not lecture you more. You can go have your lunch and have a nice day ahead. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. And yeah, don't go. Like, you be like, hi, and then I'm like, is this person getting married and then coming back? Like, I don't know what's happening. So try to stay connected with us, okay? And yeah, give speeches, man. Bye-bye, guys.
Is the meeting over?